Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of Maximum Break. You better buckle the fuck up, because it is time for the Pool Hall Brawl here at Phoenix Pro Wrestling. And things are gonna get real ugly when the Annihilations, Axel Chaos and Max Carnage are in town. Max Carnage there, 6'8", and there's Axel Chaos, ladies and gentlemen. Two of the meanest, baddest and nastiest motherfuckers walking planet Earth are about to align with somebody they can, well, frankly, stomach, much less like, in an attempt to knock off three of the most valiant heroes that you will ever meet in professional wrestling. And referee Socks has been assigned to the Pool Hall Brawl. Good fucking luck to you, pal. You'll be lucky if he leaves this one unscratched. Max Carnage and Axel Chaos are good to go.
Axel Chaos, the monster, Max Carnage, the Annihilation!
Well, if there was ever a nastier pairing in professional wrestling, I'm yet to see them. 6'8" Max Carnage, 6'3" Axel Chaos. Raw power. Over 700 pounds combined, and then you factor in their partner for this main event here at Maximum Break, the architect of destruction himself, Nero, who aligned himself with the Annihilation on our opening show. This fire burns, indeed. The fire rises, just as it did at our first event, and now, yes indeed, ladies and gentlemen, Nero has risen once again. One of the most cold-hearted and vicious individuals to ever grace a professional wrestling ring. Cast out by many, but undeniable to all as the architect of destruction, Nero, on his way. As if the Annihilation wasn't dangerous enough. What a vaunted combination of destruction this will be.
The architect of destruction,
An absolute fire of rage and torment burns within the soul of Nero with one goal, and that is to murder the very career and existence of the retro dude, Rudi Root.
introducing our next competitors.
Will he have his way tonight in this main event? A Pool Hall Brawl 6-man tag, anything fucking goes. And oh boy, you want to talk about big, meaty men slapping me. Looks no further than two absolute whoppers. The Beards are back in the house at Phoenix Pro, ladies and gentlemen. Carl Atlas and the Maddog, the quintessential tag team of professional wrestling. Very rare indeed it is that the Beards find themselves at a side disadvantage in any matchup, but that's exactly what's happening tonight. Carl Atlas is already dizzy with excitement before we even begin. Look at the size of these two units. Talk about whopper beards, ladies and gentlemen, for whopper men. This is not a contest for boys. This is a contest for men who like violence. And here comes the final equation in the Pool Hall Brawl. The retro dude, Rudi Root, arrives back in the house that he helped build at Phoenix Pro Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And there you go, right there, Nero looking to meet him at the making of the gates of hell. And Rudi Root has had zero fear throughout his entire life. He has overcome so much to get to this point, and nothing is going to take away his dream, not even the hunter himself, the vicious architect of destruction, Nero, his blood rival. Good. fucking God almighty. Dare I say, Carl Atlas is aroused at the very sight of the Retro. I think he's aroused at the thought of violence. Every single member of this team is primed and ready.
This is our main event, and it is the BRAWL.
Yes, indeed, the Paul Hall Brawl is about to erupt.
I hand over to our official, Socks.
Well, Socks has been assigned to this six-man tag. No disqualification, no holds barred, no rules. The Paul Hall Brawl means anything goes, and if it's not nailed down, you better believe it's going to be cracked over the side of someone's red-hot face. And now this match can finally be underway. Not entirely sure how wise it was for the Retro Dude and the Beards to turn their back on three men with the vicious mentality of Nero. Ooh, wow, stiff right hand already. Nero almost knocked completely out cold as this match gets underway, and things are going to get real ugly, real fucking quick. The keyboard right to the back of 6'8" Max Carnage, while Axel Chaos and Maddog take it, and now a keyboard right up the arsehole of Max Carnage. 6'8" of keyboard warrior inserted in your backside, pal. Here we go, six-man tag. Rudi Root with a roaring back elbow as a steel chair thunders off the dome of Nero. If you blink, you will miss it. Rudi Root manhandling Nero up and over with a scoop slam. Meanwhile, Maddog caught short by Axel Chaos with a baseball bat. And meanwhile in the ring, Rudi Root with a pendulum elbow delivers flush in the center of the ring. Cover early on in this matchup, 2 count only. From our referee, our official for this matchup, Socks, and I do not envy our media crew of ANDMedia and Toby Brown Photography trying to capture all the action here at ringside, ladies and gentlemen. Our fans are red hot, they are rabid, and what a main event we have on tap for you. The carnage is absolutely ensuing here at Rocket Ronnie's. And a little bit of British bake-off right off your fucking face as Rudi Root slaps Nero. Now Arsenal one in retreat, and oh my God almighty, both Nero and Rudi Root looking to dismantle each other with some serious steel tray shots. And God's name was Maddog doing there? I think he had a pool table up above his head. Such is the raw power of the Maddog. Oh. A little bit of swordplay and more posturing from Rudi Root and Nero, who seem to have isolated each other. Unsurprisingly, Max Carnage just wiped out Carl Atlas as Nero does the same. Fuck the chop party is the catchphrase coming from the mouth of Nero. Kip up by Rudi Root out of nowhere, and a beautiful flying enziguri catches Nero flush and sends him up and over. And this rivalry has gotten out of control real quick. After the fire rises, and oh my God, and a spinebuster in the middle of the ring for Nero. Meanwhile, in the ring, and oh my God, there was a pinfall attempt there. Our camera crew struggling to keep up with the action here in this vicious six-man tag. I want to talk about a main event for the ages. Both teams are lining themselves at the end of our first show as Rudi Root sadly fell just short of capturing the Phoenix Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. The belt that himself and Nero both covet so much. They collided with Kenny Six in a triple threat main event. The fire rises now. Look out! Nero absolutely risking life and limb with a tope con hero over the top rope. With the flip, wipes out 5 other men, including his own. That is exactly what I'd expect as he rises from the ashes like a vicious demon, and Nero has absolutely zero interest in anyone but himself surviving, and if he needs to wipe out the Annihilation to get to Rudi Root, he will. Axel Chaos ducks the chair, beautiful shotgun dropkick. What about the athleticism from the beast, Axel Chaos, who now seems to have isolated Carl Atlas in the middle of the ring with shoulder blocks in the corner and just powers up. The 20-stone keyboard warrior drives him into the corner. Meanwhile, Max Carnage and Maddog, holy cow! A couple of steel tray shots right across the fucking face, and now an Irish whip into the corner. Carl Atlas puts the brakes on, stiff kick. Look how springboard moonsault, the agility of Carl Atlas beggars belief, and he's been doing that for the best part of 20 years. And meanwhile, Rudi Root and Nero are brawling all the way into the audience here And Nero having a really good time. Nice high five there to an extremely happy Samuel Jacobs, who loves nothing more than down in a pint. Holy cow, a swanton off the back by Carl Atlas. And man, Samuel Jacobs enjoying this just like everybody else is here in this audience. It is absolutely rabid, it is red hot. Max Carnage with a huge belly-to-belly slam takes out Carl Atlas. Think about the power involved in that. Over 650 pounds of raw beef colliding in the middle of the ring. And speaking of raw beef, now we're going to get down to the meat of the matter. Maddog and Max Carnage, two absolute leviathans at the gates of hell, desperate to take a swing at the devil himself. Neither man being able to knock each other off, and now the brawl, the Pier 6 brawl, it ensues as the windmilling begins, and neither man able to give up some room. And meanwhile, their tag team partners on opposite sides, battering them with steel chairs. And now we come down to Rudi Root and Axel Chaos. And Rudi Root, I think, has recognised Axel Chaos, and now, oh man, a little bit of jousting, a little bit of Star Wars-esque behaviour from the retro dude. Rudi Root just smacks that chair right across Axel Chaos. He tried to get his hand up for coverage, but absolutely nothing doing as Rudi Root, oh my god, he has Axel Chaos set up in the corner. Look out, a solid drop kick, RVD mentality from the retro dude Rudi Root as he drops that chair right into the face of Axel Chaos. A defiant middle finger from Axel Chaos, who is a lot worse for wear after that. A beautiful standing drop kick sends the steel tray bouncing off the dome of Nero. Look at the fucking carnage as Rudi Root tells Nero to suck my fucking dick. This is how badly things have gotten out of hand. And now, well, here comes the, oh my god, and I think Rudi Root was primed and ready for a chop party, and Nero says, fuck you, pal, and blasts him right across the face with a steel tray. I have never seen a more visceral shot, and now Nero is going to look to destroy the legacy of Rudi Root with a steel chair across the back. Dissection and destruction from the architects of just that, as Nero batters the life out of Rudi Root. For years, these two have tried to kill each other on the Isle of Wight. Meanwhile, Carl Atlas looking to choke the life out of Axel Chaos. Oh no, and a front face suplex right across the chair. I think Rudi Root might have broken his rib. That is a disgusting collision. Meanwhile, Carl Atlas is looking to go full Betty Hill. Look out, he's got himself a ladder, and holy Christ, just wipes out Nero with that ladder. 1-2 Axel Chaos, who goes flying. Everybody's ducking and diving, and Max Carnage gets a bit of steel across the face. And Carl Atlas sets up a ladder in the corner, and the beards are firing on all cylinders here. And this match would suit Carl Atlas better than anyone else. An entire career, but oh no, looking to bomb Nero into that ladder, and Nero able to counter. Look out, Nero's up and over. Hurricane Rudder, and Carl Atlas suffers the indignance of the ladder. He just broke a ladder clean in half. And anyone who's been on a ladder knows just how ridiculous that is, as Maddog just wipes out Nero with a steel chair. Quite literally, no one's allowed to fucking breathe in this main event, ladies and gentlemen. And now, the big slab of beef that is Maddog is prepped and ready, and meets Axel Chaos coming in with a steel chair over the back. Honestly, I can barely catch my breath, ladies and gentlemen. These six men are trying to murder each other, with one sole goal in mind, to walk away from Maximum Break, the winning team, with all the bragging rights. No gold on the line, just souls, frankly, as Maddog once again, and now many a steel chair being brought in to this matchup. Oh my god, steel chair to the back of the Annihilation, who I don't think we were expecting to take this level of punishment at the hands of the Beards. 4 steel chairs, opened, prepped and ready. And what in God's name is going through the mind of that fucking lunatic, Carl Atlas? And I think he's going to look to completely wipe Axel Chaos from the map. Next grab. Meanwhile, oh no, Max Carnage has got a keyboard. Maddog is none the wiser. Holy shit, just blasted right in the face with that keyboard. And oh my god, it just goes flying out into the audience as he smashes into the back. And Carl Atlas, who was primed and ready for a moonsault, has been caught short on the second row. Oh no, the Annihilation have Carl Atlas up and over. Crucifix bomb on the steel chairs. Jesus fucking Christ. Carl Atlas has quite literally been broken in half by the Annihilation. And oh my god, how in fuck's name does Carl Atlas get his shoulder off the canvas? Are you mad, bruv? Outrageous. Carl Atlas, I understand the will, the desire, but how the fuck do you get your shoulder off the canvas after taking a collision like that? Max Carnage was looking to wipe out Maddog, who's currently also a Maddog now, fighting for his life, recognises that Carl Atlas is completely removed from the equation, and now he's going to hand over a receipt. Well, that says it all, doesn't it, really? The train has left the station and it's running through the Annihilation with a steel chair in tow. Maddog, if he isn't dangerous enough, he's flattening 700 pounds of the Annihilation in each corner. Meanwhile, Rudi Root and Nero just cannot keep their fucking hands off each other, and Max Carnage dumped to the outside by Maddog. Oh my god, a vicious tray shot from Nero to Rudi, and meanwhile, Maddog is prepped and ready with a 300-pound axe handle off the top of the apron to the floor. Both of these behemoths have struggled to take each other out. Meanwhile, Axel Chaos with a suicide dive wipes out Maddog with a kind assist from his monstrous partner Max Carnage. And in the meantime, Carl Atlas somehow, God knows what substance he's taking, off of the top rope with a moonsault. Oh my god, from the second rope to the outside, wipes out the competition. Bodies strewn everywhere at Rocket Ronnie's. This is quite literally a car crash, but you can't fucking look away. It is the morbid curiosity of professional wrestling, and the bloodlust of the Isle of Wight has spilled over into the landscape of professional wrestling as we know it. And meanwhile, Rudi Root out of nowhere is scaled to the top rope. Rudi Root is up top, 450 to the outside, wipes out the Beards and the Annihilation. Willing to take out his own friends just to make sure that the Annihilation are not part of this violent equation. Referee Socks checking on the competitors. There's nothing he can do. He's solely here to count the pinfall and nothing else. Look at the absolute mass of humanity, and somehow Axel Chaos and Rudi Root have emerged from the gates of hell, the pit of despair, to continue this main event. Rudi Root looking to take Axel Chaos. Oh, look at Axel Chaos, the beast, has Rudi Root up. The F5! Holy shit, all the way downtown. The F5 from Axel Chaos wipes out Rudi Root, and meanwhile, Maddog has a keyboard lariat ready and willing and wipes out Axel Chaos. Jesus Christ. And now look at, holy cow, Maddog taking the lever to the keyboard. Oh, he gets caught coming in. Black hole slam from Max Carnage. All the way downtown, the wasteland, from Max Carnage to Maddog. And now what the fuck is Carl Atlas think? Carl Atlas has Max Carnage prepped and ready. What in God's name is the keyboard warrior going to do? There is absolutely no way. There is no way he's going to get 400 plus. Oh my god, he's got Max Carnage up on his shoulders, and Max Carnage able to escape. That would have been the ultimate feat of professional wrestling. A super kick to the face of Carl Atlas with a low center of gravity, and the DDT wipes out Max Carnage. He's chopped down the train of rising knee lift. That absolutely burning hammer of precision as Nero runs through Carl Atlas, who is sent flying to the outside like a wanton piece of trash. And now Rudi Root has Nero measured. The posturing from both of these men has been absolutely unstoppable. Rudi Root takes a swing at Nero, who counters with a chop. Fuck the chop high. Once again, a Rudi Root. It's time for the chop high. Rudi Root has had enough, and he's unloading all of that frustration, all of that rage on the architect of destruction. And there he goes with the second wind. just chopping the life out of Nero, and a double overhand chop. The chop pie has been delivered, whether Nero likes it or not. Steel chair to the midsection. Rudi Root preps Nero. Oh my God, look out. Looking for that inverted fisherman's buster driver right on the chair. An absolutely vicious shot. Nero somehow is able to get his shoulder up, and the pool hall brawl continues. Rudi Root. Well, biscuits for Rudi Root. And frankly, after the absolute clusterfuck of bourbons that we've seen here tonight, Rudi Root is looking to finish this with an assist. Oh, look out. Maddog has finally found himself the fun-sized pool table. But there ain't going to be no fun about what could happen. Look at that. It's a legitimate pool table, ladies and gentlemen, that has been brought into the ring, courtesy of Maddog, for Rudi Root to use. And I think Rudi Root has one thing in mind. Rudi Root looking to keep things on brand here at Rocket Ronnie's, and I'm not sure how. Oh my God, a steel chair. Nero just chucked a steel chair right off the. Oh man, Rudi Root took a nasty hit there with that steel chair, and I think he might have been busted open. I mean, Rudi Root, that was a nasty collision, ladies and gentlemen. That could have seriously disorientated or concussed the retro dude. And now, the Architect of Destruction, Nero, recognises this might be his opportunity. And what in fucking God's name is he doing up there? Up to the second rope, but Rudi Root somehow able to recover, just face washes the Architect, Nero, and now both of these men spent, absolutely gassed to the gills. And does Rudi Root have one more home run left in him to dispatch the Architect of Destruction? Oh my God, and Rudi Root up to the top rope. You got, what the hell are you doing up there? Think about what you're going to do here. Both Nero and Rudi Root perched precariously on the top. A superplex through the pool table from Rudi Root to Nero as the blood trickles down the face of the retro dude. Holy fucking shit! Nero has been pretty much murdered at the hands of Rudi Root, and both men are pretty much prone in the middle of the ring. What in God's name? And meanwhile, wait a minute, Nero just out of absolutely nowhere, Nero's arm just happened to land over the chest of Rudi Root. Complete circumstance. I don't think Nero had any idea what happened there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, Nero and the Annihilation, if you can believe that, they've won this matchup. It's Rudi Root who delivered a superplex like no other for a pool table. And yet somehow Nero, by pure happenstance, got his arm over Rudi Root. I'm not entirely sure whether he even knew about it. Well, there's the roar of fuck the chop pie. Whether you like it or not, the Annihilation and Nero have pulled a fast one here in the pool hall brawl, and oh man, Rudi Root is in a bad fucking way in the middle of the ring as the Annihilation helps Nero backstage, and I don't think Rudi Root even knows what happened. Look at the disgusting level of violence that has been left and etched across the face of the retro dude, and Rudi Root, covered in his own blood, doesn't have any clue where he is as the beards are trying to somehow rally Rudi Root. Look at that, the blood all over Rudi Root, who has taken the brunt of this vicious pool hall brawl. But despite an incredible effort, it is Nero, the Architect of Destruction, who walks away with a valuable and just pinfall, at least in his eyes, over Rudi Root. The war, for now, comes to an end here at Maximum Break.